Welcome to our very special PFR, where we're going to be taking in the exciting World Plowing Championships. I'm your host, Bill Wilson. Split up between grassland plowing and plowing stubble, this competition is a true test of a skill that's hundreds of years old. Traditionally, plowing has been very much a man's game, but as you're going to see during today's program, women are catching up with the guys and in some cases, even surpassing them. The 60th World Plowing Championship was held in Olds, Alberta in 2013. The 1986 competition was held in these exact same fields, which is the first time this popular competition has been held at the same location more than once. The event is being hosted by Olds College, which just happens to be celebrating its 100th anniversary. Organizing Committee Chairman Mark Kaun, a farmer from nearby Penhold, says competitors enjoy this location because all the facilities are quite close together.
Other plow matches that I've gone to, you've had to take a 20-minute bus ride to the field or whatever. So this is very ideal. Like, we're all compact here right on the campus of Olds College, and it eliminated a lot of hauling people around back and forth.
This event included 58 competitors from 29 different countries around the world, with up to 2 entries from each country. At last count, there were 32 countries which are members of the World Plowing Organization, but unfortunately, they were not all able to enter. Traditionally, participants at this event have been referred to as plowmen, but that's not entirely accurate anymore. Increasing numbers of women have been showing interest in plowing, and this competition involved 2 female competitors, both from Austria. Kaun says male and female competitors alike were thankful to have easy access to the Olds College farm shop.
Usually in a plow match, the competitors park their tractors out in the field in a gated compound, and they have an outdoor shop to use. So this venue here, everybody was able to park their tractors inside. Everybody had a good workshop to work in. On Thursday, the day that it rained and we could not plow, there was 58 competitors in the shop working with about 3 or 4 other people helping them. So it was a very busy spot.
The World Plowing Championship is split up into 2 categories, conventional and reversible. Here we see Austria's Margareta Heigl turning over her reversible plow. From 1953 to 1991, the event involved only conventional plows. The reversible category was added in 1992. Kaun says many plowing competitors are farmers, while some are actually able to make competitive plowing into a full-time career. Just qualifying for these world championships, representing any country, including Canada, requires lots of hard work.
They work themselves through local plow competitions to get to win their province, and then they come to the Canadian championships, and if they win that, then they go on to the Worlds.
There is no prize money at the World Plowing Championship, only bragging rights are on the line. Canada won the first World Championship in 1953 and again for a second time in 1961, but has not tasted victory since. Kaun says the event is intensely competitive, especially between entrants who have faced off against each other repeatedly over a long stretch of years. More often than not, there is very little separating the winner from the top challengers.
The quality of plowing here is all so tight and close that there's very small margin of winning, right? And so everybody is a big contender for the championship. It comes down to, 3 or 4 points between the champion and the second place, usually.
Because the competition tends to be so close, competitors need the ability to eliminate any potential distractions from their minds and focus their energy strictly on the job at hand. Of course, in order to declare a deserving world champion, a variety of key criteria have to be met. If you want to get top score, your furrows have to be straight, even, and uniform. They also have to be the proper depth, which is monitored by depth stewards such as Bolly Godden from Scotland.
I have done for this last 8 years, yes. I was put on as the World Board member for Scotland, and that's what I've been doing.
The target depth for this competition was set at 16 to 20 centimeters, or about 6 to 8 inches. Competitors have up to their 6th pass to achieve a proper furrow, which may explain why you frequently see them getting out of their tractors to make adjustments. But at the same time, they have to be quick about it because they are given a limited time in which to finish plowing their plot. Plowing both stubble and grassland is a good test of traditional plowing skill, according to Slovenian judge Igor Hrovatic.
When you're plowing stubble, you're preparing soil immediately for seeding. And when you're plowing grass, you're preparing soil, for resting. So if the low temperature, winter, they do some things the farmer didn't need to do with machine.
Igor is an apple farmer back home in Slovenia, so he has first-hand experience at what it means to have the privilege of looking after the land. He was pleased to see good weather and good consistent plowing conditions today for the competitors here at Olds College.
Much better than last days when all teams are training and searching different soil and different type of plowing. So today the plowing was much better than condition was last days. So we can see a good plow plots.
Igor has been judging plowing competitions in Slovenia for over 20 years, but this year he is a first-time judge at the World Championships. Judging this event involves a lot of hard work and a number of different aspects of plowing. For this competition, the judges are split up into 4 different groups.
For example, our group, we scored the aspects like final furrow, we scored the opening split, we scored straightness, we scored general repairs, and so on. So there are different aspects they are scored.
The various plowing categories are marked out of 10 points, except for the straightness of the furrow, which is marked out of 20. In the 2-day competition, the conventional operators have a maximum of 130 points per day, while those running reversible plows can score as high as 140 points per day. If you are attempting to predict a victor in this competition, in recent years your best choice would likely be Scotland. Even though countries such as England, Northern Ireland, the Republic of Ireland, and Austria all have had more total wins, Scotland is gaining on them. Since 2006, they have won 4 times, with another 2 wins in the decade before that. 5 of those wins came courtesy of Andrew Mitchell and his son Andrew Jr., seen in competition here. Andrew Sr.'s wife and Jr.'s mum, Joyce Mitchell, and Scottish Plowing Championship chairman Rab Burrell agree that having been in the competition before is very helpful for them.
Experienced ploughman, and they could tackle anything, so it's anybody's competition at the end of the day.
It does depend a little bit on what plot they get, but luck comes into it, but experience is the main thing. Yeah. It's coping with all eventualities.
The younger Mitchell is only 24 years old, but he is one of the more experienced competitors here at the World Plowing Championship. Growing up in Scotland, youngsters have plenty of opportunity to get involved in competitive plowing. Burrell told us that throughout the winter months, there are plenty of plowing competitions throughout Scotland. With any kind of effort, you can find one going on almost every weekend. Typically, there are 40 to 50 competitors who take part in these plowing matches on a regular basis. At the Scottish Nationals, they usually attract about 180 competitors every year. Joyce says the highly competitive atmosphere really helped her son develop his plowing skills.
Been ploughing since he was 13-year-old, and he has been 8 times Scottish champion, so he's been at the World Championships 8 times. He's been twice World Champion.
Andrew Jr. won his World Championships in 2012 and 2006, while Andrew Sr. posted his victories in 2011, 2008, and 1997. We asked Joyce if having two competitive plowmen in the family ever caused any friction, either during competitions or afterward, but she said early on they found a very practical way to eliminate any confrontations.
No, they plough in two different divisions. One's conventional, which Andrew's ploughing today, and my husband ploughs reversible.
The Mitchell family members are not active farmers, but Andrew Jr. does work in a farming-related career at a New Holland farm implement dealership. He finds it very important to make full use of all the practice time they're given in order to get as comfortable as possible before the official competition begins. Rab Burrell says the Scottish team has noticed a significant difference between ploughing conditions here versus back home in Scotland.
Very dry, very trying. Grass is quite long and tufty here. Variable ground. Usually when we get a farm in Scotland, the ground on the farm's all the same. Here from practice day to competition day is totally different.
Andrew Mitchell Jr. was once again among the top contenders in these World Plowing Championships. But over this two-day competition, he could only manage a fourth-place finish among the 27 competitors in the extremely competitive conventional plowing division. From a mechanical perspective, a world competition is serious business, as virtually all the plows and most of the tractors for each competitor from around the world are shipped in containers to the World Plowing match, no matter where it is being held. Often, both the competitors and their equipment arrive a few weeks prior to the actual competition to practice and fine-tune their plows in unfamiliar soil conditions. Here is some more visual evidence of what it takes for Mitchell and others to compete at the highest level in World Championship plowing. Of the 32 countries affiliated with the World Plowing Organization, about half have never been victorious at this event. But if the dedication of a country such as Kenya is any indication, better results could be coming a lot sooner than many people may think. Even though they have not yet become top contenders here, the Kenyans are definitely focused on learning and improving. Batram Mutoka is the Chief Executive Officer at the Agricultural Society of Kenya, which runs all of the country's agricultural shows.
We also run the plowing competitions, and we also run the young farmers' activities. In addition, as a CEO, I also do farming. This is my second time to Canada. I was here in 2006, and I was attending the Commonwealth Agricultural Conference in Calgary. So this was my second time.
Like most other countries affiliated with the World Plowing Organization, Kenya has two competitors entered in the World Championships. Simon Otidi is in the reversible plowing category, and right now we are watching Joshua Keegan competing in conventional plowing. The trip from Nairobi, Kenya to Olds, Alberta is well over 8,000 miles, but these competitors also had to make a lengthy qualifying journey within their own country. Qualifying events are held in each of the 15 different branches of the Agricultural Society throughout Kenya.
And what we do is that each branch now competes. So we have a schedule that runs from January to about November in the year. And out of it, we get every branch, every unit competing. So out of it is that we get the best, the number one and the number twos from each unit, from each branch across the country in Kenya. And then we do a national contest in one site at the end of the year. Out of it, now we get the number one and number two, and those are the champions. Those are the people we bring on board for the World Plowing Contest.
In order to create an encouraging environment for more people to become interested in competitive plowing, Kenya has also a significant number of smaller plowing matches throughout the year.
So we do some I will call it some mini and miniature competitions, but each unit now really does now its own. so that we now can combine at the end of the year and get the winners for this competition.
In this competition, Kenya finished 26th in the reversible plowing category, while Joshua Keegan, seen here in the conventional plowing category, finished 24th. Battram and the Kenyan team have been at previous World Plowing Championships in recent years and were very pleased with the working environment provided by the organizers here at Olds.
For plowmen, we really did comprehensive training, and I liked the way they opened the opening slit for both of them, the crown and also the closing split. And looking at what we did in Croatia last year, I'm quite impressed with what I've seen today.
The final results in this year's World Plowing Championship were not surprising in one respect. European countries have a history of doing well, and this competition was no exception. But 2 Austrian women were entered, and their excellent results may have surprised any traditionalists who believe that only men can excel at competitive plowing. Margarita Heigl, seen plowing here, finished 2nd in the reversible category behind world champion John Whelan of the Republic of Ireland and just ahead of Thomas Cochrane of Northern Ireland, who came in 3rd. This is Heigl's Austrian teammate Barbara Claus, who was in a strong 4th place after the stubble portion of the conventional competition. But she saved her best for last and not only won the grassland portion. When the 2-day totals were added up, she was the overall world champion in the conventional section. Fabian Landry of France was 2nd, while Eamon Tracy of the Republic of Ireland finished 3rd. Even though plowing on the farm has become less common in recent years, we've seen plenty of evidence today that the interest in competitive plowing is alive and well.